Now then, for the crossbone divider. Stop it. There we go. After you do it for both foes, there's a different type of reaction time. For the hold one, you have less time to get back to your stance than the normal one. With Soul Charge, has like the burst effect, and then the hold one has the flame effects. What that means is, normal becomes guard breaker. This becomes unblockable. And it's a very useful move, considering the fact that he moves backwards. Pretty good for dodging. Comparing to Eternal Curse, which does 120 with Lethe, 97 for the hold. It's not as strong as Eternal Curse for some damn reason, but it is more useful. And you can go way over Eternal Curse if your ads don't generate to it. If you actually land the hold crossbone divider. Now for Iceberg Circular. He uses the right left A or Nirvana and upward strike. Good for wall combos, I would say. Or if you want, actually I don't think it gives you enough time for that. Actually no, it does not. Whatever. Either way, it has its uses, but nothing much I can say about it at this point. Killer X Crawler, one of my personal favorites. Pretty useful. And let's say I can't show an example of it, but you could use it to block low attacks. But since they don't have that command in practice settings at this point, I'm not going to. Since it works perfectly if you're close enough to Taki, if you're doing a damn move, he jumps over her. But either way, and Soul Charge just enhances it. Especially a stun, compared to, it's stronger, but in further games it has become the exact same strength as Dread Pressure. And it works perfectly for Taki, considering her height. It will not work good against Necrid or Astaroth. Straight, I don't know, because they don't state his height, so. Now with Anchor Whirlpool, very useful. You can do a lot with it. Now, Soul Charge just enhances its power, not much else. Pirate's Cross, one of his very quick moves. Can be aerial, if you time it right. Now, very useful for when they're spinning around. Very useful. Gentle Wave. Not as easy as in doing further games, but due to the slide input for it, this is a double slide input actually. Not suggest it, I would suggest Soul Swing over it. But it twists it a bit. Soul Charge just enhances its attack on that. You can also do other things with it to get perhaps a figurehead break if you want. If you want to twist it over, Jolly Roger Hoist. Could if you want to directional throws, as long as they don't move after you use it. Not much else on it. Dread Pressure. You don't have to worry about the range as long as you're close enough. Not only that, he actually moves forward with it. You don't see much people actually attempting the normal version, but the whole version is just as good. Soul Charge does the same thing for normal. And the same thing for the hold. Then we have Scissor Lifter. Personally, I think it's better in this and 3 than in 4. Mainly because the difference between those two is this one has a bit of a delay in the start of the attack, making him wide open. But as in 4, he's wide open after the second hit of it. So, but unlike in 3 and 4, you can actually put in Storm Generator if you wanted. You just gotta be in the right positioning for it though. And so either way, it's pretty good. Seems like it probably still has burst with it, whether or not you have Soul Charge. Still pretty good, all in all. Just boosted up attack with Soul Charge. Bridget Slice, I mentioned earlier, when I showed Bridget Wave. Much more useful. If it misses, then she'll probably get hit with the other one. There's a slight twist effect. And if you miss with the Soul Charge one, it still does a twist effect. Soul Soul Charge really doesn't change, just boosts its attack. Lagging Wave, I've already shown you. Dishonest Wave. This I'm going to show. I can get it in. Huh. Is it really horizontal though? Well, one wouldn't expect that, since he levels his sword horizontally. Doesn't make much sense. Oh no, wait, actually levels of vertically. My bad then. So either way, it's just a normal guard impact effect of her. Not much else. And just hits of a lagging wave after the impact. Not much else. Next is one of the good favorites, Gibbering Torpedo. Pretty useful. It has its merits. If you want a simple low hit, and you don't like doing ring outs, which I don't really see why would you care whether or not you get a ring out. But if you want, it goes in with a good quick hit. Basically, a quick version of Dread Wave. And you don't get to go to the crouching stance, which is pretty good. Instead of using Dread Wave, I would suggest this. They both have their strengths and weaknesses to each other. One's good for dodging, one's not. Either way. Enhanced attack with Soul Charge, as expected for it. Tornado Slice, I mentioned. Windmill Circular, done that. Full Sail Anchoring. So, most useful in a corner. One thing it will do, may hit occasionally if you're using left A. One thing that it can do, is Full Sail Anchoring, which I'll explain later when I get to Full Sail Anchoring. Is that really what it was called? Full Sail Anchoring? Did it really have the same name? High Tide Anchoring, my bad. When I go to High Tide Anchoring, my bad. Like I said, Full Sail Anchoring is pretty much just Full Sail Hoist and High Tide Anchoring. Obviously named Fusion, if you can tell. Almost everyone's personal favorite is the next one, Flying Dutchman. Be wary of that it will eat up your HP with left A. I'm not saying you shouldn't use it. It has its merits considering left A's strength. But at most you lose a decent amount of HP. Most it does like, what, 7 hits? Yeah. And they're pretty good since they're all middle. But if they crouch, probably not going to do well. Well, actually, they probably still get hit. Oh yeah. You just gotta make sure that they stand still for it though. But now after dry pressure, they can B plus K in 4, but still. 52 over 45. Not much different. Hard to say. For I'll just have a crouch for now. Hard to say how to get it with soul charge though. About the same. After his verticals, which will be next video.